is good. Pretty classy. A maker of champions. The giant.
I'm so sick of these people. You know, I'm the tribal chief around here. Yeah, you see me, the tribal chief. That's right.
I got that thing on me. I got that stick. I got that tool. I'm packing.
You must be some kind of a dumbass. And I will never retire.
You know, this aggression will not stand, man.
Get that cabbage out of here.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Good evening. Friday night review. The boys are here. I'm Jamey Rose, along with the host of NXT on Tap on Tuesday nights, Mr. Scalz, and the man who brings the boom Wednesday nights, Mr. Zodiac Cam. 222222, whatever you want to call them. Anyways, we are Friday night review. Man, we had a killer show the last few weeks, and we're going to bring that heat even more. And without further ado, let's give the floor to the guys. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
Man, I enjoyed tonight. Tonight was a good show.
Smackdown was good. Left us on a little bit of a cliffhanger. I'm not opposed to it. I liked it. We're going to go even further more into it. Before we get started, just letting you guys know, if you want to see more of us, you can go to www.patreon.com/Root City Radio. Check out your boys there. Also, subscribe to us on our YouTube and our Twitch, where we are here. Also, if you want to check out more of Scalz, he is Tuesday nights right here on this channel with NXT on Tap. And then Cam, you can catch him on all types of different places. He is the Marathon Man and Wednesday nights Root City Radio's channel for the boom. And we see some people flooding in here. And what's up, guys?
What up, Shadow? What up, Trey? What up, Allison? Thank you guys for joining the stream tonight.
And let's get right into it. So John Cena, he kicked off the show tonight, man, and delivered a promo. He was energetic and enthusiastic to get back in the ring as a active performer and not just showing up and doing goofy skits. So he's ready for it, And, Solo and Jimmy, they're going to do their thing. They're going to instigate. But, Cena's not going to back away. AJ Styles is there. Or, probably not. Figuring out later in the show. But how did everybody feel about, this opening segment from Cena, man?
I actually thought it was a pretty good segment. I like the way they segued into everything. Cena is still great on the mic. He does control the crowd. He can control the entire arena. Such a good, he's so good. You always forget how good he is because he goes away and then comes back. But this man, it's like he never left.
Exactly.
So I did not watch SmackDown, so I'm just going based off the recap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess my question is I guess him versus Jimmy is going to be a thing now? I guess.
Well,
I guess he's going to be involved in the Bloodline segment now, or storyline.
So what they're leading up to is Solo and Jimmy versus John Cena and someone. So the main segment was, everyone just watched it, so I'm not going to bore everybody with the whole SmackDown set. But, AJ Styles got attacked in the back. So when the contracts were signed, John Cena already signed a contract. And now Solo and Solo and Jimmy have signed their contracts also for the match at Fastlane. So Mr. Cam will be there at Fastlane. But, so there's still a mystique around who is John Cena's partner going to be. So while we're talking about it, who does everyone think is that going to be?
Hulk Hogan.
L.A. Knight.
See, and I'm right there with you, Scalz. Yeah.
Because this is what they set up at Backlash with Cena and him giving him the rub, everything else. This is what they set up. It's not for him to go against Cena. It's for him to team with Cena and get the rub off of him that way.
Yep. Shadow's saying Pat McAfee or Randy.
I mean, it is in Pat McAfee's hometown because he is based out of Indianapolis. So that would not surprise me if that did happen.
But I'm
hoping it's Pat McAfee. I would freak out because I love Pat McAfee.
Okay, I love Pat. Been a big fan of Pat, but I think if you're doing Pat McAfee versus someone, it's going to be Grayson Waller.
He has to be there in some capacity. You're not going to have a show here and not have Pat McAfee on it in some way.
Not in indie, bro.
And then
make him special guest rep or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Randy has been at the PC the last week or so.
Yeah.
Working on the way to get cleared. So it could be a possibility if they hold off on announcing who Cena's partner is until the night of.
Yeah. But
I think they would want to announce it beforehand to try and
get people in.
Make sure people are coming into the event.
But I think how I would return Randy is another stepping stone for Cody is how I would do it.
No. You want to know how I return Randy? Him coming out, just beating the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, beat
just come out. No.
The heel that he's supposed to be.
Cody. Bring back the Legend Killer Randy, where he just comes out, beats the shit out of people, punts them.
Because bring back the Legend Killer Randy Orton.
He can't do the RKO. They're not going to trust him to do the RKO with his back.
He doesn't have to.
So what was his other finisher?
The punt.
Exactly. Have him punt everybody.
He could be the Legend Killer Randy Orton. He could bring back the heel that he was when he had the age of Orton. He could do any. I mean, his heel stuff over the years has just been great. So
exactly.
Regardless, he needs to come back as a heel. That's all I know.
Yep. And if you want to hear more about Randy Orton, we do have a career retrospective episode with the big dog Nate. So if you want to check that out, it's in our YouTube. So the next part of business here on SmackDown, going over Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio of the LWO face off the Street Profits before the LWO partners face off next week. How did everybody feel about this one?
I was shocked that they actually got the win. When was the last time the LWO went over?
It's been a little bit.
They normally don't.
How do you not? You're trying to build up the Street Profits. You're already having a dissension in the group. Come on. That's the last thing you need to do.
Right.
They should have came out, been dominant, got rid of them, and moved on. Trey brings up a good point. When is Escobar turning heel?
I don't know, but when he does, he needs to take the LWO with him away and just have that, phantasmic core.
Next week.
For sure.
That's when he's turning heel.
But if you're doing that, why don't
he cheats to win the United States Championship?
Yeah. But at that point, why do you set you want to set up some confrontation here?
But they've already started to.
Yeah. But then
they start before tonight. They started last week. They had a little segment where they don't want to make it too obvious.
No, but you still you don't want to beat the Street Profits either.
Yeah, but it led to a backstage segment.
Yeah.
It could be something. It could be about bringing somebody else in with them to solidify the group, making them stronger.
The rest of Hit Row, please. If you're going to try to save what's left of Hit Row, put them with Bobby in the Street Profits. Yes.
No,
yes. Because the two that's left, they're going to fail. They're going to fail.
Yeah.
They had a match on main event tonight. They had a dark match tonight before SmackDown.
But does everyone agree with me when I say Ford and Dawkins, they need new music?
Well, it's coming unless they break the three of them up before we even get started.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think they need, if they're gonna be heels, they need new music.
Mhm.
What they need to do, and this has been aggravating me probably since the formation of the New Day, they need to just rip the Band-Aid off and just make a new Nation of Domination. Like, it's been too long. Like, if they made a new Nation of Domination in this era, like, it would be amazing.
Did you
But
not
whatever,
see?
It'd be so good.
put whatever 4 or 5 members together and just let them destroy everybody.
Didn't you see it? The old members got together and took a picture again.
I saw that. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
It'd be perfect timing now that they've already done that. Like, it brought it back into the forefront.
You could even bring in some of their original members. You could even bring in like D-Lo to be like their like mentor or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it would be great.
And D-Lo's great.
Yeah, D-Lo's awesome.
Yeah. So, I thought that was a good match. And, you got Austin Theory setting up pretty much tonight with the Brawling Brutes and everything. This should have been the main event, but I understand why they didn't put it on last. But this match, we're going to talk about it. The WWE Women's Championship was on the line, had Asuka versus Io Sky. Michael Cole pretty much rolled out the Rolodex on this one. Like, he was a wrestling encyclopedia tonight on commentary with this match. And man, these two ladies do not disappoint at all. And even putting them against each other is a plus match. And I loved every second of it. Flair being there. Charlotte Flair being there. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it wasn't insulting at all. And
it's set up for the match for next week.
And the match from start to finish was great. Damage Control was there also. And where was Shotzi? That was my only question about it.
Yeah, but if Shotzi was there, then we wouldn't have got the match for next week.
No.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think they want to have the Shotzi thing be overpowering every single week. I think they want to sporadically throw that in there. Like, this set up Charlotte versus Bayley for next week. Yeah. So now next week, you could have Shotzi come out and cause her to lose the match.
You could.
Treat it like a Bray situation. Don't oversaturate her character.
Right.
If you want to have, because this is something they desperately need, and that's men and women to stand out with their characters, right? Be separated from the pack. So if you want to do something special with Shotzi, don't oversaturate her character every single week.
So Trey asked, do you guys think that they're making Asuka into a joke?
No. Asuka's doing what I think Asuka wants to do.
I don't think so. I don't particularly appreciate her short title reign, because it just felt like it was just set up to get what we got now, which I don't mind. I don't mind Io being champion, but I definitely feel like they could have had Asuka go on a little longer. But other than that, I'm not sure where they're going with Asuka right now. But hey, she's got some good competition with Io, and then like I said, we got Kairi Sane still coming back. So
that's what I was just gonna say. This is all leading to Kairi Sane coming back.
Yep.
Because every time Asuka's going to go for the championship, she's going to be outnumbered. And there's going to be some sort of interference that helps her win, that helps her lose against Io. And then Kairi will return to even up the odds. And then that's how Asuka gets the belt back.
Yep.
So it's a slow burn. It's not one of those ones that we're going to get right away.
Yeah.
Because I feel that Kairi's not going to come in probably until after Fastlane or even at Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm. I will say, whoever's writing this part of the SmackDown every week, like, I love and appreciate them, because they're putting a lot of thought and love into these women's segments and actually having me interested in them. They're doing a really good job of it. And I do have a question, though. Is WWE contractually obligated to have Charlotte around the title all the time?
Probably. I mean, she's a Flair, so
Yeah.
probably.
Just food for thought. Other than the match having a better finish, A+ for me. I think they did good.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match.
Do we want to get into the Brawling Brutes and Waller in Theory?
I just want to get into that because I want to see what everybody thinks of them being a tag team.
I think they're a good heel tag team. I think they can stir the pot a lot.
See, I feel that they need to be in a tag team because one, it'll limit Grayson Waller being in the ring because I believe he is still dealing with some sort of injury, and that's why he's not wrestling all the time.
Right.
And two, it will get Theory back on track.
I agree, and then have them go out on their separate ways. That is maybe 6 months to a year down the road. That's probably even how you turn Theory baby,
Have him turn on Grayson Waller later on.
Yeah, because I think that would. Don't ever say it that way again, please. That
Snuck that in there.
But yeah, I think that's the way that you should definitely, they should definitely do that. So, that was a good match too, and I did enjoy, being the NXT on Tap guy. They did Cole and Graves. They really put over Pete Dunne's performance or Butch's performance in the Heritage Cup tournament.
No, you had it right the first time. Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne, yeah, it's still Pete Dunne to me. Damn it.
Well, it's gonna be Pete Dunne because that was the way to get him back.
Yes,
because he's in the finals next week, and you could see the Pete Dunne coming out, and more each week.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he's working with all these strong style guys too. Working with Tyler Bate, they've put on classics in NXT UK. And then, he's going up against Joe Coffey, fellow Scotsman, in the finals. I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a banger. But, yeah, I love everything that they've done. I mean, it's really not an offensive show tonight. I agree with you, but
I don't.
Gunther has made it into his own, and it doesn't offend me compared to most name changes.
Did you? So you didn't watch any of it? Any Smackdown, Cam?
No, I'm just going based off the recap.
Man.
So, if you can go check out the beatdown of AJ in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It was well done the way they did it.
Solo, bro. Solo
is becoming a beast.
He is.
And all the little intricacies tonight with the bloodline with Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso, it's just leading to something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they should have done beforehand, having him turn. This is how they should have done it before.
Yep.
So I think they're correcting their mistakes, and hopefully this will turn out to be something good in the end.
They've probably noticed that they took too long on it. Anything else we want to get to on the WWE side of things before we transition?
From SmackDown or just WWE in general?
SmackDown.
Okay. No.
Alrighty. So WWE made a lot of news in the past few days with some releases. The most notable of those being Ali.
No, the most notable one is the one that happened tonight.
Well, yes. Yeah, I was getting there, Scalz. Got Ali, Top Dollar, and Matthew Riddle. So one that did shock me, though, was Ali. But I'm not surprised in the same token.
So, based off of what I have read through multiple sources, Ali and WWE's was a mutual decision. It was not a release. It was
I mean,
a
I knew
contract end.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if he has that non-compete clause because they mutually decided to end the contract. So that could be where his contract is actually up right now.
Yeah, that or his
That
is
I will
maybe a
look
30-day.
That I will look to find out about. So, I did too, Trey, and I was actually surprised it didn't happen yesterday.
Right. Exactly. On this comment.
Yeah, he tried to get released. I want to say in December of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a year and a half ago, to 21 months ago, somewhere around there. He left, and then after Triple H took over, he came back and has actually been featured pretty well on Raw and now NXT. Apparently, the vignette that he did a couple weeks ago on NXT rubbed people and the higher ups the wrong way, and that has actually led to his release. Unfortunately, because I thought that was amazing.
Bro was they did do Dollar Dirty, man. They
Absolutely.
Did.
So
that's the one I didn't like.
I have the full rundown of everyone who was released. Aaliyah, Elias, Riddick Moss, Top Dollar, Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, Dana Brooke, Mansoor, Mace, Quincy Elliott, Daba Kato, Shanky, Ulysia Leon, Daniel MacArthur, Bryson Montana, and Kevin Ventura Cortez. Some of those people on that list I don't even know.
So
the others, I mean, they weren't really
doing
much anyway.
A few of the ones that you released were people in the PC, the developmental, the NIL developmental, and just starting on NXT. But everybody on that list was actually off of TV except for Top Dollar, Dana Brooke, and Ali. And 2 of the 3 were on NXT.
Yeah. I just, I think we're going to see Ziggler on AEW when his contract's up. Shelton Benjamin, I don't know if he's going to retire or, or if he goes to Impact or.
I don't think Dolph Ziggler's going to wrestle. I think he's going to focus on his comedy career. He's enjoying it. He sells out his shows. Like, I think he's going to be fine. Maybe it's a one-off appearance in AEW just to be with his brother.
Maybe.
For one night. But other than that, I don't see him going to AEW.
No.
I could see Ali going to New Japan.
Oh.
That's what I could see. That's where I see him going.
That'd be awesome.
You might not be wrong with that, Shadow, with Shelton going to NWA.
He'd be a great fit there. I mean, style-wise.
Did you see the video that Top Dollar put out today?
Yeah.
His music video that he produced?
He went off.
So, based on his Twitter, he's provided 3 music videos to WWE for him to use for the promotion of him and Hit Row, and WWE has used 0 of them. So they've tried to get themselves over, and WWE has done them no favors. And he thinks that it's because of him, as why he's the only one that's been released and nobody else from Hit Row.
Probably. Who knows?
I mean, I
was not a fan of Top Dollar, so I'm not really going to shed any tears.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Top Dollar, but as, I have respect for the man. Like, I think the release might have been a little unjust. I think, I don't know. There could have been more. I don't think they've given it much of a chance. I think it was once they got to the main roster and then everything like that, I think it was kind of dead on arrival unfairly, and especially not having Swerve there. But I Top Dollar's the kind of guy, like, he can promote the heck out of himself, and he'll be fine on the whatever circuit he wants to take. Because
So Trey,
ain't no one hotter than Top Dollar.
I was just going to bring that up, Cam, too.
Trey just talked about. Did you see Emma's tweet? Yeah, I did.
Yes.
So
yeah, she was hyped about
that one is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
because she posts out a tweet.
Yeah.
She goes, "A dream," when WWE announced the pay-per-view in Australia, and then 2 hours later, oops, never dined. I'm no longer working with WWE.
That's sad, bro.
And I was like, damn.
WWE was like, you thought.
Some of the stuff that the wrestlers have put out about their time there and who they've thanked and everything else has actually been very good. Like Emma, once she got back, she's like, I felt that it wasn't going to be my time there. She said, but I can't complain because I met my future to be husband, Riddick, there. So something good came of it. If you have not checked out Mansoor and Mace, they dropped a little teaser vignette of a idea that they wanted to run within WWE, and WWE shot it down. They call themselves the Fixers. Let me tell you, whoever picks them up, if they decide to do this, 100%, it's gonna be amazing.
It won't be the NWA because they have their own set of fixers.
Because that was great. It reminded me of people from like John Wick. Like that's what it would remind me of.
Yeah, it was
like the cleaners from John Wick. They come in and clean up.
Yeah, like John Wick mixed with Pulp Fiction on Mase's part.
Yeah, I think it'd be dope. I also think Emma and whatever my guy's name is, I think they'll be fine too. Because because I honestly think I could see them going to the Indies. They could be like, the next power couple in the Indies or whatever.
I could definitely see them.
Some of those people that got released, it's like I can't really too much be sad for them because honestly, them getting released is probably a blessing in disguise because they can go to the indie scene
exactly
and fulfill these ideas that they never got a chance to do in WWE because they just didn't let them. Mustafa Ali, being one of my guys, definitely he's somebody who I'm like, hey, now's the time to spread your wings and fly because like. Dude has just been, not used properly for so many years. And I think he asked for his release like twice. So, yeah. So some of those people I can see on any scene. Some of those people you'll probably never see again. Like people in the PC, you'll probably never see those people ever again in wrestling. But some of those people, though, yeah, I could definitely see them blowing up on the indie scene.
Yep. Like Matt Cardona said it best. This can be the end of your career, or it could be the beginning to look at yourself in the mirror and decide. He said, I promise you to work. The work and the money is out there. It's not easy. It's a grind. It's a hustle. It's frustrating, but it could be really incredibly rewarding if you work your butt off. So
that was very well said. Like, I thought that was very nice of him to put it out there like that because
he's done it.
It happened to him, and people need to know that there are opportunities there. You may leave and come back. Like, look what happened with Drew. I just was going to say that, Trey. You took the words right out of my mouth. So, like, it happens, and then you can come back and be a different person. Look at Cody. Cody left. Went to New Japan, went to AEW, now he's back, full circle. So there's a lot of opportunities out there for people. People are going to get behind you now. They're going to get behind you more as an individual wrestler on the indie scene. They're not going to be watching you because of WWE. They're going to watch you because of you. So this is when you need to show what you can do.
And see, we also talked about this on one of the previous episodes of I almost said Dark Side of the Ring. Of Box and Chair Shots After Dark. It's kind of like Dark Side of the Ring. But we talked about this when we talked about Brian Pillman. These are people that are using that Brian Pillman effect or Brian Pillman sort of thing where they get released or they leave, the Mecca, which is WWE in wrestling, and they pretty much bank on themselves. and they go out there and they go on, they hit the indie scene hard. They reinvent themselves, and they really, you know, bring out a whole new side to their careers. So a lot of them have done that since Brian Pillman was doing it back in the day, and he was just causing confusion, you know, in his time. So people have really kind of done that. Cody has done it. Matt has done it. So Drew has done it, and they come back in there, and they come back, you know, even better. So they build their names up, and who knows, you might even see some of these people back in sometime down the road because they reinvented themselves and they blew up so much on the indie scene. And they can come back completely different characters than they were when they left. So
well said, Cam. Well, I know I think I speak from all of us that we wish them the best in what they're going to do next. And I'm excited to see what their future holds.
for sure.
Alrighty, and this is Cam's favorite part of the show. We're going to talk into some AEW. So AEW on Wednesday had their their Grand Slam Dynamite show, one of their biggest shows that they put on for the year. The MJF Homecoming show pretty much is what it is. So with that being said, Cam, let's get into it. The state of AEW. You have the floor, good sir.
So, you know, I didn't have too much to talk about when it comes to AEW, but I just wanted to talk about this one particular thing. So when it comes to, you know, AEW, WWE, obviously the two biggest wrestling companies we have on television right now, a lot of times, I guess since the inception of AEW, you know, we all have those that point in time, or that like string of months, maybe even a couple of weeks, where it's like one company's doing something really, really well, whether it's, you know, storylines or the signees or anything like that. And it's like that pendulum of the control of the wrestling world. And it just kind of swings back and forth between AEW, WWE. So, you know, at one point I felt like the pendulum was really swinging back in AEW's direction because, you know, WWE, you know, they weren't really doing a whole lot, but AEW seemed like they were really getting their stuff together. They was doing some, you know, trying to put together some better storylines.
Absolutely.
And things like that. Now, here as of late, now again, they went to Wembley and all that's fantastic, but with, you know, the CM Punk drama and all this backstage locker room drama with the women, and then, you know, the false number they had come out with Wembley or whatever. Now, for me, I feel like the pendulum is swinging back heavily in favor of WWE. You know, they've got the TKO deal now, and, you know, they're trimming the fat off of the roster, so that's obviously going to make programming a lot better and create more opportunities for the roster they already have. So, and with AEW losing one of their biggest draws in CM Punk, it's just kind of like, it seems like they're trying to pick up the pieces of who will be their next big draw for the company. So, and it's kind of scary. And another thing that's kind of scary about AEW too as well is the ticket sales and things like that. Like, they're not really selling the tickets and selling out these arenas like they were. I don't know if this is a Cody effect, where Cody left and then people just kind of lost interest and they just kind of followed Cody back to WWE. But it's sad to say, but it's definitely hurting them. So I don't know if they'll end up just, I don't know, finding an arena in Jacksonville and just being a stationary company in Jacksonville. I don't know. I honestly can see that within the next year and a half, 2 years of AEW, because they're definitely on the decline. And I think they're losing their core audience they had in 2020, 2021. So it's like, it's just not the same. And it scares me because I don't want it to just go back to it just being WWE being the most dominant company, because at that point in time, it was, you need alternatives. Whether you consider AEW a competition or not, you need those alternatives because it gives you a different feel for wrestling. It gives you wrestlers and different characters and things like that. So
yeah. I just don't want them to morph into a TNA.
Yeah. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm. And just everybody's getting hurt. Like, they need some sort of like strength and conditioning program or a PC or something.
They desperately
I know WWE, especially, like, you know, they have kind of the same issues, but not to the profound
Mhm.
level that it's going on with AEW at the moment.
And I think that just comes with the territory of their programming, because their programming is more violent.
First
They
off,
take more risk and stuff like that. So
no, the injury to John Moxley had nothing to do with their
No.
programming.
No,
That was a bad tombstone.
I just mean in general.
And Rich Knox needs to be fired as a ref. For
Rick
AEW.
Knox is horrible, but
Rick
he's
Knox.
buddies
This
with
is
the
the second
Bucks.
time.
And
The
Excalibur.
second time he has allowed a wrestler to take another move after being injured.
Yeah.
The first time the wrestlers had to pull the guy out from the middle of the ring
Yeah.
to prevent something from happening.
When dude
with
went
the-
unconscious. Yeah.
When the guy was laying unconscious in the middle of the ring. And now here, because he wanted to keep the integrity of the finish, he stopped the count.
And then
Like,
Mox.
This guy needs to be. I hate for anybody to lose their job, but this guy either needs to go back to a referee school someplace to learn what's going on, or he needs to be gone.
Yeah.
Because
To
he's
be
putting
fair-
wrestlers at risk more than anything else.
To be fair, I think because when whatever happened to Mox during that match, and Ray Phoenix was pinning Mox was literally looking up at the ref counting, and he said something to him, so that made him stop counting. That's what I think. That's what I saw.
But he
One of
looked,
those
and then made it
freak
look like the
reactions.
guy's shoulder was up. He looked like the guy's shoulder was never pinned.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
he should have just been like, if Mox would have said something to him, he should have just stopped. He should just finish counting and be like, end the match. Like, but that's the second time that something's happened with him in the ring, and he hasn't done the proper procedures
But I
for the safety of the wrestlers.
I think that injury, I think those, that getting dropped on the head definitely, worsened it. But I think he got injured earlier in the match from that spot where he hit his head on the mat.
Maybe,
outside.
but and then have him take another tombstone.
Yeah,
Like,
it just
the guy already has a concussion.
yeah.
I'm just glad I decided not to go to the show, because I would have been disappointed if I went, because Grand Slam has been something where somebody has debuted, they've always had a big thing, and then this one was probably the most lackluster one out of them all. And I felt that it was things that happened on this show was very disappointing. The Sammy turn was horrible. Adam Cole running down to the ring, jumping off the thing, hurting his ankle. He's probably going to be out for a while now. Like, there's so many things that could be avoided. Because now you have Roderick Strong going on Twitter. Oh, if he never went back, he wouldn't be hurt. Like, come on. Absolutely.
I think that's kayfabe.
Trey's on the money today.
I don't know, man. I just work here.
There's no need. They
Talking
have
to
they already have too many pay-per-views, Shadow.
I mean,
So
does WWE.
Like, they can't even fill up the arenas for the pay-per-views they have.
okay.
Can't.
So
Not even the shows they have.
in fairness to what Shadow is saying, there is rumors that Tony Khan does want to have a pay-per-view at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
That's fair.
I did hear that.
That's fair.
And
I mean-
if they do go on to Max with the streaming deal,
Please.
as with the Bleacher Report side of things, and they do that, they do want to expand to 12 pay-per-views a year. Because then it would be included in that package. It would not be a cost thing like what it is now.
That'd be great too, and make me actually
So-
watch it.
I agree, Shadow. I did like the four pay-per-views. They now expanded to 6, which is fine. Keep it at 6. Do it every 2 months. That's fine. Just don't wait till 3 days before the pay-per-view to build all your to book all your matches.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 months, and then you're announcing the matches 3 days before.
Whoa.
Come on.
Wait a second.
Come on. They literally did it for All Out. They literally did it for Forbidden Door. They literally do it for every single pay-per-view they ever have.
They also did it for All In, their
No, that's
biggest
not what I'm
show.
talking about. I swear I heard you say that they should go into All In and not book a single thing on the card.
Because they waited so long. At that point, don't book it. You already sold all the tickets. The
Right?
tickets are sold already. You
Yeah,
already
and
sold
then
everything before you did anything.
the funny thing
Now you're
is
announcing one match 10 days before the show. At that point, just leave it a surprise.
you know,
That's what I was saying.
people bought all those tickets,
You already
and
sold
then
79,000 tickets before a single match was announced.
but 18,000 of those people never even showed up.
No, it wasn't 18,000. It was 81,000, and then ended up being 72. So it was roughly about 8,300.
Okay, those 9,000 people didn't show up. Still, that's a huge number of people that don't show up.
10%.
Crowdfunding.
No, it's 10%. That's the typical number.
Yeah. But crowdfunding their favorite wrestling brand is what it is.
Or TK buying the tickets to make it look like it's sold out.
No, okay, that's kind of a dumb thing because if I'm TK, like, no,
he gets
I'm
his
not
money
saying
back.
it's a smart thing to do if I'm TK.
All he's doing is getting his money back.
But I'm not doing it on a show in Wembley when I'm already going to have 50, 60 plus thousand people. I'm
but
going
he
to
wanted
do
that
it.
record. He wanted that record.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it at.
No, they don't have.
I'm going to do it at my arena show.
No, they have the record for paid attendance, for paid ticket sales.
Well, yeah,
because the number for WrestleMania was the 80,000. They don't have an exact number for WrestleMania. They say it's between 80 and 84.
Okay, but
they don't have the physical attendance record anymore.
You know, like, but if I'm TK buying the tickets, like I'm doing it for the arena shows in places like Indianapolis or Raleigh, North Carolina, where you get 3,000 asses in seats and an arena full of, like an arena that could fit 18. Like, that's where I'm going to be buying the tickets.
I do feel bad for Will
and
Ospreay.
then fill in the seats.
He'll be all right. Just get it lasered off.
Because he got a tattoo with the attendance.
No, he can keep it and be like, oh yeah, that's how many tickets were sold. Yeah. just add a little thing, just kind of in like Italian or like whatever, little cool, neat little language. No one's gonna understand it. It just says tickets sold.
Jesus.
Anyways, this AEW talks. We could talk about the state, whether crappy or not it's in. So, Scalz, how are we doing on our NFL pick'ems?
Horrible.
All right. So, I kind of hold off on telling everybody how they're doing until we get to this point. So, it's a surprise for everybody, except for me, because I keep track of everything. So, last week, me and Jamey both tied at 11-4. Cam went 10-5. So, the current standings after 2 weeks is Jamey at 19-11, myself at 18-12, and Cam at 17-13.
It's neck and neck.
So it's essentially a 2-point difference between first and third. So it's a close little race, and we'll keep it going and see where we go from here. So we're just gonna run down the games and give our picks.
The baker's gonna bake. Baker's gonna bake.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's gonna be.
I don't know about that either. But
all righty, Scouts, you got pen and paper?
I have pen and paper, ready to go.
All righty, with the first matchup. Oh, you good?
Yep.
All right. First matchup we're going to talk about is the Tennessee Titans as they go into Cleveland Browns Stadium to face the Browns. Scouts, what are you thinking on that one, bud?
What happened to the way that this was done? All right, here we go. So we're doing you said Cleveland, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland versus Tennessee.
What the frick happened? All right. Well, I'm gonna pick. I was trying to see what the spread was, but I'm gonna pick Cleveland. They are. I feel that they're gonna come back from next week, even though they lost Chubb. I think the signing of
Kareem
Hunt is going to make a difference, but I feel like Ford is going to have a breakout game.
Okay. All right. Cam?
I'm taking the Browns. I think they're going to have a bounce back week. I think Kareem Hunt's going to have a good game. Taking the Browns.
I'm actually going to go with the Browns too. Kareem Hunt, he knows the system. He knows how that offense is run, so it's going to be like butter him coming into it. So, and Tennessee hasn't been impressing me the slightest. So, I'm not fond of them at the moment.
All I know is I don't have to worry about picking my Giants this week. They already lost. Next game?
The next game, we have the Atlanta Falcons as they go marching into Ford Field to face the Detroit Lions. So I'll go first on this one. Atlanta has been playing some great football. Robinson has been breaking out, and Artie Smith's been doing a great job coaching this team. But you got Dan Campbell, and he's going to take some kneecaps. And I'm going with the Lions, baby.
Atlanta. Enough said.
I'm going to take the Lions. I took the Lions last week. They disappointed me in overtime. I don't know what was with week 2. Week 2, there was a lot of blown leads.
Week 2 was
and they just
weird.
let people get back in the game.
Week 2 is a great week.
I don't know.
The
what
games
was with
were
that.
amazing.
I don't know what was with that. That was a weird week. But I'm going to take the Lions. Hopefully they win this. If they don't win this, I'm not picking them anymore. But I'm taking the Lions.
What's up? What game's next?
Alrighty, we got New Orleans as they march into Lambeau to take on the Packers. Scalz.
New Orleans versus the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
I think this week this is gonna be. I really hate that this is not working for me today. It's pissing me off. They're in Green Bay.
Yes.
Alvin Kamara is still out one more game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one.
I'm taking the Packers also.
Yep. Give me the Packers.
Give me the cheeseheads.
All right. Next game.
And we have Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos, who looked good last week, actually, going into Hard Rock Stadium in the Miami Gardens to take on the Dolphins and Tua Tagovailoa and the fastest team in the NFL.
Before we continue this, in regards to SmackDown tonight, LA Knight was supposed to come out and save Cena and be his tag team partner. It was scrapped from tonight because LA Knight was sent home. He was tested positive for COVID. So that's probably going to change what was planned at Fastlane unless he can get cleared before then. So it was supposed to be LA Knight as Cena's partner.
I think he'll get cleared. COVID, people recover. Anyways,
it depends on symptoms.
Depends on the case.
Yeah.
So I'm not a doctor.
But sorry, just I saw that on Twitter, so I had to report it. As per Sean Ross Sapp.
Love Sean Ross Sapp. Anyways.
So we talk about the Broncos and the Dolphins. You
Yes,
going
sir.
first?
Me go first?
Sure.
Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins.
I'm taking Tua. Cam?
Tua time. Give me the Dolphins.
Tua time.
So Trey's throwing his picks in the chat. I'm writing them down just to see how it compares to what we're picking.
Yeah, we should keep up with chat picks.
All right, next game.
All righty. The next game is the Los Angeles Chargers. It's still San Diego to me. Versus the Minnesota Vikings at USA Bank Stadium.
Chargers pissed me off last week. Cost me my my survivor pool. I had them going, had them winning. So with that being said, I'm taking the Vikings. They're going to get their first win of the year.
Just Staley hasn't been doing it for me as a coach this year, man. And just it's been underwhelming on Los Angeles's end. Give me Cuzzo Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
So I had the Chargers, but they scare me, and I don't know if they're trustworthy yet. So I'm gonna change it and say the Vikings.
Alrighty, guys. This right here is going to be my favorite game of the week. We have the New England Patriots going into MetLife to face the New York Jets. The defense is going to keep it 10 toes down, and Zach Wilson's going to go off. Give me the Jets, baby.
Yeah, give me the Jets.
All right, I'm going to be the different one here.
Oh boy,
And I hate to do it. Give me the Pats.
what?
I don't trust Zach Wilson. I don't trust him.
But you can trust that defense, though, right?
That defense, though, is what's
Yes,
going to.
but Mac Jones carved up Philadelphia in week 1. They almost came back and won last week. They're getting there. They're close. They're breaking over the hump.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers, though, should be in the building next week.
Who cares? He's not suiting up and he's not on the field. Doesn't matter if he's in the building.
He's going to be the
Doesn't
one
matter.
whispering in
Doesn't
Zach
ma-
Wilson's ear, man.
Please. Zach Wilson, no. I have a Jets fan at work. He'd rather have Sam Darnold on the field right now than Zach Wilson. That's how much the Jets fans trust him.
crazy.
Sam Darnold sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
He's better than Zach Wilson.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
if all the
Yeah.
odds are happening and Aaron Rodgers is out
Yeah.
and we have Sam Darnold and
Yeah.
dude, give me the Coug Hunter.
Yeah.
Give me the Coug Hunter.
No.
Trey said Joe Namath is
Put,
coming.
Ew.
put-
Dude, that's
put-
disgusting, Jamie. Stop.
put some moms in the stands. He'll play.
Stop. He'll be distracted by them more than he already is.
And then we'll have Aaron Rodgers in his ears. Be like,
All right, next game.
Did you take those mushrooms I left in the locker room?
Next game.
Okay. Buffalo Bills at Washington. Give me the Bills.
Hey, what's going on, Sammy?
Hey.
The commies and the Bills. Give me the Bills.
And
This is a tough one because right now you have the Commanders as being 2-0. You have the Bills at 1-1, and
the
they're
Redskins.
they're in Washington, but they're given the Buffalo is still a favorite by 6.5 on the road. That means if this was in Buffalo, what is that?
It's my Native American tribal card. I could say the name, okay?
Okay, who cares?
I
That's
just,
so random.
before people are starting to call me racist, okay?
Hold on. I have something for you, Jamie. If I didn't delete it, because
You
it's
probably
possible
did.
that I did. I did delete it. But as The Rock said last week, shut your bitch ass up.
Oh man.
Proceed.
I'm actually gonna take the Commanders on this one. I think they're gonna pull the upset at home. Sam Howell's been doing great
He
on
has.
the offense,
Mhm.
and that defense. If they pressure Josh Allen, he
Oh,
gets flustered so easily,
Yeah, he
and it's
does.
gonna be a repeat of week 1.
You do have Young on that line, so yeah.
And you
Yeah,
both
you
took
do.
Buffalo.
Chase Young.
I did take Buffalo.
All right, next game.
Alrighty. The Houston Texans, it's a stupid name, versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I blinked for a second. It's in Jacksonville. Give me the Jags. Give me the Jags.
Taking the Jags. I'm not really too impressed with the Houston Jobbers right now. So yeah.
Oh, now I gotta create a
As
graphic.
the AEW hate will continue here, I am going to be taking the Houston Texans.
Boo.
Trevor Lawrence is 1-3 in his career against the Texans and has only thrown 3 TD passes against 6 INTs. I feel that's going to continue tonight.
We're gonna move on. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Baltimore Ravens. And let me see here. Let's check something.
What do you need to check?
Never mind. He's out. Give me the Ravens.
Oh, you're checking on Richardson?
Mm-hmm.
I could have told you that already.
I think even if he was playing, I don't think they're winning this game. This is my highlighted game of the week because I'm hoping that the Colts lose so I can talk trash to my brother-in-law who is a Colts fan. So give me the Ravens.
Oh, that's right.
Right
You're
on.
a Steelers fan.
Yeah, I'm not a Colts fan. Not at all.
I'm taking the Ravens as well.
Right on. And then starting off in the 305 slot, have the
405.
Carolina Panthers.
405. Sorry. It's
Different time
405.
zones, buddy.
I know. We're the right time zone.
Okay, pal. Anyways, you have Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers going on against Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. Give me Seattle.
Give me Geno in the Seattle Seabirds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're both taking Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Panthers.
Fascinating.
Dalton is a better QB than Bryce Young, and Seattle's defense ranks 29th in the league against the pass. Next game.
Scalz is being very scientific this week.
Yeah, we're thinking.
Picks are locked. Next game.
Okay. Okay.
He's just like, let's go.
Yeah. Justin Fields and the Chicago Cubbies versus the Kansas City Chiefs and Arrowhead. Give me the Chiefs.
Complete and utter domination. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah,
yes,
I
sir.
don't think there's any discrepancies on this one. We're all taking the Chiefs.
All right, next game. We have, unfortunately, probably the best team in the NFL at the moment, the Dallas Cowboys versus
you
the
think so? They just lost their best cornerback for the entire season.
Yes, but still.
Niners is the best team in the league right now, in my opinion.
Not exactly.
Well, yeah, probably after the injury.
Cowboys are good right now.
No.
But can you say that for week 5?
They
week
were
10?
the best. San Francisco is the most complete team. Offense, defense.
I will say that offensive
the Cowboys
line
probably has the best defense in the league. I will agree with that.
The Jets have the best defense.
No.
No.
If they had the best defense, they would be 2-0.
I know. I'm trying to rile you up, man.
And they wouldn't have given up 30 points to Dallas.
Yeah, ain't that
when Dallas shut them down.
Ain't that the truth? Okay.
I'm taking the Cowgirls. I mean the Cowboys.
You were right the first time.
Give me Jerry's team.
Jerry.
As a Giants fan, this pains me to say because I need this for pick-wise, but I will be taking the Cowgirls.
And I will say that offensive line on San Francisco,
yeah,
chef's kiss.
Dude,
the guy, Trent
Like-
Williams should have been ejected last night and would change the entire complexion of the game.
Anyone could play quarterback in that system and be successful.
If Trent Williams was ejected last night for throwing a punch at the Giants player near the end of the first half, that second half would have been a completely different story. But the NFL favored the home team and left the guy in there.
They'll let those guys punch.
No, it's a closed fist punch is supposed to be an automatic injection in the NFL.
Closed.
What's the next game?
And then the last game, actually, take that back. Pittsburgh at Las Vegas.
We should have 3 more games.
Yes, we do.
Okay. I was like, What are you talking about last game?
Well, unfortunately, we're probably one of the worst teams in the league. Last week, we played terrible. We probably can't even beat my local high school football team. We are terrible. I don't know what's with that offense. I don't know if they're like drunk or drugged. I don't know, but hopefully they get that together. The defense looked amazing, but we can't win games solely off defense. We need offense to get things picked up too. So as much as I want to say the Raiders, I'm going to say the Steelers. That's my team. Can't go against them, so I'm sticking with the Steelers.
I know I'm probably gonna look stupid for this one, but I don't believe in Josh McDaniels, so give me the Steelers, baby.
This is a tough one because Pickett looked like he belonged in a high school field last week. And I know this because I have him on my fantasy team, so I was watching him closely. And you haven't seen Josh Jacobs get any good yardage yet for the Raiders. Adams has been great. I don't know. I don't know if the factor here is going to be the coaching. But I actually think that the Steelers might step it up in prime time this week.
I hope
because they didn't. Week 1 was that on prime time or was that a 4:00 game?
It was a 1:00 game.
It was a 1:00 game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see the Steelers beat the Raiders here on the road. This next one is my game of the week to watch out for.
Open it up for us.
It features two 2-0 teams. You have one of the two powerhouse team, one of the 3 2-0 teams in the NFC East. The Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Trey's Buccaneers.
Now, everybody thought the Bucs were going to suck this year after Tom Brady left. No one expected them to be doing what they were doing, so it's a nice surprise. You have Mike Evans coming off of a monster performance from last week. You have Chris Godwin, who is just as talented on the other side.
And
what? What? Baker Mayfield? Who cares about Baker Mayfield? Stop. It doesn't matter who's throwing them the ball. That's my point. Because they are 2 of the most talented wide receivers in the league. The difference maker here is that you have just as talented wide receivers on the other side in Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. So the difference in this game is going to be the run game. And I think that the Philadelphia Eagles have a better run game. So I think they're going to come out on top. And I hate that it pains me to say as a Giants fan.
Hey, like I said, got to give credit where credit is due. I'm going with the Eagles. They're on fire right now. They're one of the top 3 teams right now that I see as a threat for, or should I say the contender for a Super Bowl run maybe. So going with the Eagles.
Anyways, with all my my hype and everything, give me the Eagles.
All right, last
game.
It's
just nice to see Baker Mayfield actually doing some good stuff. Yeah. And we'll take it away with the other Monday night football game, the Los Angeles Rams versus Cincy. So if Joe Burrow come on.
See, we don't know yet. They have not announced if he is playing.
Oh, he got hurt?
He's been nursing a calf injury since the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why he has been sucking. And they are unsure if he is going to be playing because he re-injured it in game 2 last week. So this is a tough one to pick. The Rams just traded away one of their running backs, which surprised the hell out of me. But the Rams have one of the most up-and-coming wide receivers that they have in Puka Nacua. And this guy has been a beast. 22 catches in 2 games. So if you can stop him, you have a chance to win. If you don't, You're not. So I am going to have to pick the Rams on this based off the fact that I don't know if Burrow is starting or not.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Joe Mixon could do it all by himself.
No, he
I mean, Jake Browning's a great quarterback. At least he was in college when he played at Washington. I just, as a rookie, I still don't think he is going to be that guy to really transcend them into a win. And Stafford's playing decent, and I'm not even going to try to announce his name. Dude's a pretty freaky, sneaky good athlete. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think anybody expected this out of the Rams this season. So definitely give me the Rams.
All right, and that's going to round out the picks for this week.
Alrighty, so if you want to catch up with everything else that we've been doing, check out the latest episodes of the Friday Night Review. Also, we have a whole lineup of great shows that
I'll run
we
it
present
down.
to you guys.
I'll run it down, Jamie, after everything.
You want to run it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying after we're done and everything. But I'll run it down right before we sign off.
Alrighty. All right. So on Sundays, we have the Rivet City Red Zone starting off at 11:30 a.m. I'm guessing that is Eastern time on Rivet City Radio. And then Botch Spots and Chair Shots at 8 p.m. also on the Rivet City brand. And then the Table Spot at 10 p.m. also on Rivet City. Monday nights, a change up in the programming. We have Shadow with Sorry for the Interruption at 11 p.m. on Off the Top. Tuesdays, we have the Nerdy News at 4:20 on Rivet City and Delicious AF at 9 p.m. also on Rivet City. Also, after NXT's on Tuesdays, 10 p.m., we have your boy Scalzone, Jaxbo, and what's that
Phil.
kid's name? Phil the Future. On NXT on tap. And then Wednesdays, you know it, we have Da Boom with Cam G. And then Thursdays, we got the Botch Bitch Trivia Hour with Al. And Friday nights, you get us again. So with that being said, I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I'm happy that we get to do this every week and put on great programming for you guys. If you want a little more into the extras, the Patreon, www.patreon.com /Rivet City Radio. And for Jamey, for Scalz, for Cam, where can we find you guys? Let's start with Scalz. Where can we find you, Scalz?
So you can find me here on Off the Top on Twitch and YouTube. Off the Top Media _ will be on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right, Bubba. Cam?
You can find me right here on Off the Top Media every single Friday night for Friday Night Review. You can also find me on Rivet City Radio every single Wednesday night with The Boom, and on the Table Spot on every Sunday night with Mike and the boys over there on Rivet City Radio as well. You can find me now on Twitter at CamandCheese317. And if that does not sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon, Eggs, and Cam.
And of course, you can find me right here on my socials everywhere. Jamey Rose X. Pretty explanatory. Yeah, guys. With that being said, I'm Jamey. He's Scalz, and he is the Zodiac Cam, and we are Friday Night Review. Let's kick it.